assumption, but
All right, here we go. Here we go. Straight politicking. And I'm here with my co-host, Munchie B the Mayor.
18.
And we got another special guest co-host in the house, but you may have seen him before on StreetTV. He gave an incredible, actually 2 interviews on StreetTV. And then after we pushed his story out there, he made a couple rounds on a couple other platforms. And I know him as J Stone, but on his channel, he is Stonah from the town. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. And it's StoneRu.
J Stone, oh yeah, J
I
Stone.
don't like people construing me with the other J Stones.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I think I told you this. J Stone from 6-0 was in my DM one day because I guess he was Googling J Stone and you was coming up too much and he wasn't. You was coming up more than he was coming up. So he had told me that he had already talked to you and if I would change, because I always put J Stone on the content that we did together. So I ended up going back and changing it to Stonah.
Yeah.
Rather than J Stone, which is what you wanted too, right?
Yeah.
You preferred that as well.
Yeah, but I'd rather you just put the RU on it because that's what distinguishes myself from him. Because I know he J Stone. And me and him, I told you, me and him was in prison together.
Yeah.
And we used to sit in the cell and write raps together, all that shit. But he was already telling me then, like, oh, your name J Stone too, girl? I'm like, yeah, nigga. But I'm like, my name J StoneRu, though. It's like not just J Stone. Yours end at J Stone. Mine got a Ru on it.
So your internet handle is Stonah from the town.
Yeah, that's my.
So if it's anything podcast related, that's who, if I'm trying to find J StoneRu.
Just put Stonah from the town.
Stonah from the town.
Stonah from the town. And you and J Stone from 60s already talked about this in prison, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because
before you even thought about hopping on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Because I actually...
Even in prison, it was like that. It was like, J Stone, me. I'm like, like, no, J StoneRu. Like, oh, okay. I'm like, no, J Stone, okay.
But you know, J Stone from 60s had to go sit down for a couple years.
Yeah.
So he's missing out. But yeah, Stonah from the town, a.k.a. J StoneRu. What were some of the other platforms you was able to visit?
Well, I visited No Jumper. I visited my Dream Foreign, Milk 74.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I did some Milk.
How did that come about?
Man, he just hit me up. Like I said, nigga, just hit me up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up like, hey, bro, let's do some work together. I was like, cool. He was trying to give me some pointers too, how to make my channel better. But I was like, nigga, I don't know how to do all that shit. Like, I'm like an old nigga, man. I don't know how to do all this internet shit, man.
You an old young guy, huh?
Yeah, like, I'm a young nigga, but I'm old.
Yeah, when it comes to the technology, you old.
Yeah.
See,
back when I was younger, my daddy used to need help with technology. I used to be able to help him. Like, oh, yeah, just do this, do that. But now I'll be like, shit, nigga, I don't know, nigga.
Now, let me ask you, when you were on No Jumper, for whatever reason, you got a little emotional in that interview.
Yeah.
What do you think was the trigger in that interview? We did 2 interviews, and we did an intense interview in Compton when you died.
Yeah.
But what triggered that at No Jumper?
Because when I was at No Jumper, like, I started going a little more in depth of the situation, and then it was like just reliving that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I really was picturing myself there when I couldn't do shit for myself. Like, I couldn't bathe myself. I couldn't wipe my own, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't wipe myself after I took it number 2. Nigga, I couldn't put my clothes on. Couldn't tie my shoe. None of that. I couldn't eat by myself. None of that. Everything I did, I needed somebody help. So just reliving that shit, like, you just like, nigga up and shit.
Yeah, man. I know that. I know that shit. Touching on that, then just speaking on it probably took you back and shit. So
yeah.
No, I mean I got emotional editing you telling the story.
Yeah.
Because I think it's one of the most intense. Not that you getting shot is any different from someone else getting shot, but you told it with such vividness and detail. And you told it a way that most people don't tell their getting shot stories.
Yeah.
I'm about to check that.
Oh, yeah.
Check that out when I
be like, oh, nigga shot me and I fell.
Yeah.
I died or whatever. That's it. I was like, nah, I took you from point A all the way to point B. You know what I'm
You
saying?
took us to the afterlife too.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
That was deep when you took us. And then the story you told about your aunt in the afterlife. I was like, wow.
What hospital
And
they took you to?
they took me to St. Francis, but St. Francis, I was only there for a little bit because they didn't do surgeries on the neck. So they had to take me to Kaiser and Sunset.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I know that hospital. I was in that hospital. I was in Kaiser Sunset. I was in Kaiser Sunset years ago. But everything good with you though? What's been going on? I know that you had some ups and downs going on. Anything you want to touch on?
Yeah, man. So basically, shit, I've been going through a little homelessness, whatever. Well, not even really. Well, it's homelessness. I'm gonna just say it's
We
homelessness.
gonna keep it real, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 400 with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was fucking homelessness and shit. Even though I had places to go, but sleeping on niggas' couches and shit and all that, you still homeless, nigga. So I went to this program called Midnight Mission and shit, and they helped me get my place and shit, and I've been going to AA and shit. So I've been sober 16 months.
Congratulations on that. Sober from what exactly?
Everything.
Everything.
Like,
Weed.
weed, alcohol, pills,
For reals?
drink.
You quit
I
everything?
everything.
What made the change?
Me shit, man. I was just like, I was. First of all, when I went there, I didn't have no intentions on being sober. I was like, nigga, I'm just gonna be here a little bit, stack my money up, and I'ma shake. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, fuck being sober. Nigga, I don't do that, nigga. I've been doing drugs and shit since I was 12, nigga. But the more and more I stayed sober and more my life started getting better, I was just like, well, fuck it. Because if I go back to that shit, then my life might start going back downhill. And then another thing is like it took me away from like a lot of the bad influences, like, cause since I don't drink, I don't do none of that shit no more. I don't really see no point of me hanging around niggas no more, cause it's like I don't do the same shit you do. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go put in no work. I don't do no rap, I don't do shit. So what do you need me there for?
Yeah, well, you've been retired from the gangbang and shit, but some people still like to hang out with the homies, though, right?
I only continue over there because I'ma drink with y'all.
Yeah.
You feel me? We gonna smoke, nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
But now I don't do that, so why am I gonna be over there? I was really the nigga that hang with y'all, drink and smoke, and go to parties and shit. I don't even go to parties no more.
Okay. So when you saw that video of Dawn Robinson from En Vogue admitting that she's been homeless for 3 years, living in a car, did you tap in with that? Did you see that?
No, I didn't get to
Oh,
see
you didn't see that? You remember the group En Vogue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the girl, one of the girl singers in that group, she's been living in a car for 3 years, and everybody was like, "Wow, you're En Vogue.
Yeah.
You are R&B singer. What's going on?"
Yeah, tell her come on down to Midnight Mission. I can get her in. You know what I'm saying? I got pulled up there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, real spill. I mean, what about Barry Gordy? Oh boy, he was at No Jumper for a little while with Bricc Baby. He experienced some homelessness recently and told his story, and it went viral or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You up on who that is?
I know who Barry Gordy is. Yeah.
Yeah, he recently posted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it though. I didn't get to see that.
So what's been the biggest challenge since you went sober 16 months ago?
I be like having dreams, man. Like I be having dreams. I be getting high, of all kind of shit. Like so.
So you dream about getting high still?
Yeah, man. I still dream about it. You know what
Damn.
I'm saying? Cause it's still like a highlight of my life, but I never dream about the bad sides. You know what I'm saying? The shit that I got into, all the bullshit I was doing. When I was high and shit, drunk, whatever the fuck.
So you dreaming about getting faded, having fun?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
never the bad shit. Like I'm getting faded, nigga popped on me and shit. Remember, nigga tried to smoke me or I got robbed or some shit like that. I would never dream about that shit. It's just all the good shit. Like, oh, nigga, we at the party fucking with a gang of bitches and shit. And then, like, when I was off alcohol and all that shit, like, nigga, I'm a motherfucking player, nigga. Like, I down there crack every bitch in there, nigga. I just don't give a fuck. I'm talking to niggas, bitches, and if niggas want to fight, we get in. Cause I could squabble too, so I ain't tripping. Like, nigga, I'm about to beat blood up, nigga.
Yeah, and so you don't have no kind of no urge to get faded. You know what I'm saying? Or is that why you don't even go around these crowds so you don't get tempted?
Exactly.
Right.
I still go around my family and shit, but I like that they respect me and shit. To know not they could do it in front of me, just don't offer me none.
Right.
Like I don't like I could just still be around people who doing it in front of me, just don't offer me none. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, that's a lot of maturity, bro, and discipline on Inglewood. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, take my hat.
So
Thanks.
you've still had opportunity to post on your YouTube channel once in a while, mostly lives, but not like it was before.
Yeah, I told you I'm busy. I go to like AA meetings every day. So, then I got a job now and shit. So I usually be working, or right after work I go to my meeting. Then after that it's like ain't no time. I gotta go to bed so I can get up and do it all again tomorrow.
So does your father and your family know what you've been going through, and have they extended a hand, or you don't want to even go there with them?
Well, my mama, everybody know basically, but I haven't talked to my dad and shit probably like almost 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, last time me and that nigga got into it over my son and shit, and I really left where I was staying at with my brother because of him, because I felt like I was gonna end up doing something to him. So I like to, remove myself from the situation before it go too far.
How old is your son?
10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my daughter 9. Yep.
But my thing was like we got into it because I was putting my son in the corner. So that's my alternative instead of putting my hands on my son. I just make him stand in the corner.
Man, why would you get into somebody behind that though? I could see if you was whooping them and you went too far, but they talking about putting them in the corner.
Nah, he just like to control shit.
Your father,
Yeah,
the
the
grandpa.
grandpa.
Yeah.
So I'm telling him, because look, this what happened. I put my son in the corner. My son know I ain't gonna leave him in the corner all fucking day.
Right.
You feel me? Just for a certain little amount of time, maybe 10 minutes or some shit. You feel me? And then you can get out. But I put him in the corner. I go to the store with my brother. I come back, this nigga playing the game and shit. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you doing? He like, oh, I'm playing the game. I said, nigga, you supposed to be in the corner. He said, oh, my grandpa said I can get out the corner. I started getting at him like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Who told you to get out the corner? You don't get out the corner until I tell your ass to get out the corner.
Yeah.
He my grandpa, though. So then he started coming in there. Oh, when I could tell, and then me and him damn near ready to fight, because I told you all the shit we done been through in our lives. Like, nigga,
Yeah.
first of all, I used to beat the brakes off me, nigga. You feel me? I don't want to hear nothing that you talking about nothing. Nigga. You feel me? Because I could have fucked him up like you would have did me if I would have disobeyed your motherfucking rules.
You probably put him in the corner, your son, because of what you went through with your dad, right?
Exactly.
You don't want to do that to your
I don't
son.
want to do that to my son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know that your squabble game is what it is because of what your dad put you through too.
I know.
Because you could probably squabble anybody because of what your dad did,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And that's what I told him. I'm like, nigga, first of all, nigga, I got a cold squabble because of you, nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me? All the shit you used to put me in and put me through shit and slam me through shit, punch me all in the head, all kind of shit. So it's like, nigga, I don't do that to him, even though I know it'll give him a cold squabble too. But I don't want you to grow up and then you like that you can fight real good now, but now you still don't really like me.
You don't want to learn how to squabble that way.
Yeah, you can put him in the gym, you know.
That's how I teach him.
Yeah.
I teach them with my nephews and shit. I make them box all the time. Me and my brothers, nigga. We had them niggas in the living room squabbing. Then my brother girlfriend and shit and all the little females be over there. Why y'all got them fighting all the time? Nigga, they learn how to squabble. Nigga, they in gloves anyway. So like, nah, they kids. They ain't supposed to be here punching on each other. Like, man, just get out of here, man.
Go in the kitchen.
Exactly, man. Go make a sandwich or something, man. Let them box. You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking about squabbles, I wanted to just touch on this point. You guys were talking before camera. Both you guys were in the L.A. County Jail the same year, but on different parts of the same floor.
Mm-hmm.
Right, different modules.
Different modules of the same floor, but didn't get to cross paths with each other.
Nah.
Okay, that's kind of unique.
Yeah, that county jail big though. You'll be in
Yeah.
there, you know what I'm saying, never bumping into somebody you been in, you know what I'm saying? That county jail system big.
And they had me K3 because of my crime.
What's that mean? That's a keep
Keep
away?
away.
Yeah.
So he have to stay on that 3,000 flow, or shit, I think K3.
Yeah, I had to stay on 3,000 flow.
They got K1 through K10. You know what all the Ks are?
If you K1, that means keep him on this floor.
Okay.
And he's to keep away from somebody else. So whoever else can't come on this floor.
I've been K2, K3, K4, but you know, you K11, you a punk.
I think
You know what
high
I'm saying?
power is K9 or K10.
Listen, K11, you a punk. You wear powder blues and you openly gay. You know what I'm saying? And you flicker the wrist. Like, as long as you ain't K11, you know what I'm saying?
So K11 must be the last one. I thought it was up to 10.
Yeah, that's why it's last. Okay,
Yeah.
you up there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got that flick of the wrist band that is that stripey band. I mean, you PC.
Oh yeah, the gold one.
Yeah, that gold bust down.
Yeah, that buzz down Rolly.
Oh, that's
You don't
great.
never want that.
All right. I got a couple of things I want to talk about today. Let me see what else we got here on the menu. Always love hearing LA County jail stories because it's good for the kids. The kids listen to that and be like, "Oh, I don't want to go there," you know.
Yeah.
When they hear people tell,
Yeah, but now they like kind of like the way they telling these
you
stories.
think they're romanticizing the county
Yeah,
jail.
that'll
now,
make
huh?
somebody want to, you know what I'm saying? Because in a
Yeah,
sick way, when we was younger, when you was in the halls, you kind of really wanted to see what that camp was about a little bit. Then when you was, then you want to see you just want to like see, you know what I'm saying? Already, we already got that ignorant shit in our mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that you can't glorify that shit, nigga. They try to see, and then they be telling the stories when they victorious. They'll never tell the downside. You know what I'm saying? Because if you kept it real, maybe they try to ignore the county. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I think it was like, because when I was a kid, they used to always tell me, oh, when you go to jail, they gonna do this to you and they gonna do that to you. So then you got this in your head while you on the streets and shit. Like, man, I done whooped a lot of niggas out here. I mean, shit, nigga, let me go see what that's about. Because they talking about niggas gonna whoop on me, all this. And
right, and you looking like, if he could do it, I could do it. 'Cause
exactly.
'cause
You
I done
see a
whooped on
nigga
him
that
last
just
month.
got out.
Right.
You like, he can't even fight like that, nigga. He was in there winning. Oh, nigga, I'm about to go in there and put hands and feet on niggas.
Hey,
man.
but no, I really believe if the people got to stop like glorifying the county jail or the jail period, because you be looking at these dudes like, I seen your put on, you can't squabble. So you
Exactly.
telling all these stories, and it ain't mathing, you know what I'm saying? Or you need it broad if you go. You ain't got no bitches out here, so who taking care of you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas be at that phone playing on that phone like somebody go answer my you ain't that honey.
That's I feel like a good thing my mama did, because my daddy, he ain't never sent me shit ever, but my mama, she barely sent me shit just to survive.
Just enough, huh?
Yeah, just enough so I wouldn't be dead, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, I ain't seen you to jail. And she used to always ask me, where the fruits at, man? Where the fruit thighs, man? They ain't put no money on your books, nothing. They ain't giving you no phone calls. I'm like, man, I used to be mad as hell at her. Like, man, stop asking me where the homies at.
That's a good strategy as a mom, right? She teaching you a lesson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just give you a little bit.
Just a little bit.
The bare minimum.
Hey, but I think that bro on No Jumper really romanticizes the LA County Jail in a way that maybe kids might want to go and check it out. Faux Extras, he celebrates county jail and fighting in the county jail. He's the only one I could think of. I've heard a lot of people talk about the county jail. I like the way Damian Porter talks about going to jail and prison. He's like, boys and girls, you don't want to go there. You don't want to be there. But 4Extra does the opposite.
Yeah, but I mean, it is some people that go there and do it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause some people got jailhouse reputations. They ain't never did nothing on the streets. They ain't threw a rock at nothing, but they go to jail and they punch on shit and they do it up. You know what I'm saying? But and I just know glamorizing that shit. I have somebody trying to see what that shit like, bro. You got to keep it real all across the board, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Also, in a sense, I think 4Extra kind of made it scary. Because it's like, if a nigga can go in there and you going to punch him up in the shower, nigga, you ain't going to let a nigga put his clothes on, none of that shit. That'll kind of scare a nigga. Because I was like, I mean, I've been in there, so I know it could get cracking in the shower and shit. But I'm like, see other kids, they could be like, damn, he ain't gonna let a nigga get his clothes on. He beat a nigga up butt naked.
hey,
Nigga.
niggas say beating on non-affiliates. You feel
Yeah,
me? So
that too.
maybe that's gonna shake him up a little bit.
He like, I don't even bang. He gonna just beat me up too. Yeah, nigga, go to the back, nigga.
Your mama shouldn't have moved there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You a sympathizer. Like, goddamn. I haven't heard that word in a long ass time.
I think Bricc Baby, I did a video where I was getting different views on the number of fades where Bricc Baby said, you a punk if you allow someone to give you 10 fades. There's a 2 fade minimum. But then 4Extras was talking about, I'll run 9 fades in a row, back to back to back to back to back. So these same LA County Jail, 2 different people around the same age, same generation are telling 2 different stories on the fade minimum.
Well, in my I think that fade that must be new. Like they gonna get like where the it fit, not the punishment fit, but you come in there, you big, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you'll give them 3, you know what I'm saying, 3 homies or that 2 fade minimum thing is new.
But Young Ant said the same thing. Young Ant said you are not running from A-Tray Gangster. You are not running me 10 fades.
Well, Young Ant, when you are okay, a lot of dudes that's bigger, you know, it's people that pick and choose. Everybody ain't in line to be like try to squabble you. You know what I'm saying? So the people be picking and choosing a whole lot of that. But man, go give you how many ever phase we want to give you, but I don't believe nobody going in there taking no 10 phase back to back to back. And you victorious, bro. Because by the third one, the homies gonna pack you out. Cause you just ain't about to be whooping on homies like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And also, I've never really seen no niggas catch no that many fades either. But so it's like I didn't see this happen. They like, hey, look, nigga, you gonna catch 3 fades, nigga, before dinner, nigga. You gonna catch 2 fades after dinner, then you good. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't heard that before, and even I thought that was a bit much. Like, god damn, you gotta fight 3 niggas before dinner and 2 niggas after dinner. Yeah, nigga, you good, nigga. So it's like I've never heard of no.
But Bricc Baby confirmed Frosty from your hood, Munch, ran 9 fades.
But then he kind of cleaned it up though, because when I heard him say that, I know it wasn't true.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he that was running them, but it wasn't consecutive back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying, he ran some fades and then.
Oh yeah, he made it seem like it was all on the same day.
Yeah, no. The homie got hard, but it was. I don't think he get it. Hey, that 9-10 phase back to back that man talked about, that's fictitious, bro. Like, you not about to come in the homie dorm and then let's just say he came in there and he's like even doing good. You ain't gotta be spanking him. You ain't about to win that many phases in front of us, bro.
Yeah.
Pack, U-Haul. It's time to get packed out or something gotta happen.
Wasn't it crazy how Bricc Baby was giving Frosty his props about running 9 fades on one episode, and then maybe a week later he went all the way in. Oh, he was a punk for running those 9 fades. You will never have me run 9 fades. Why did he flip on Frosty from one episode to the next episode?
Because of the subject matter, and he got mad, so he took his accolades back. But see, the thing is, they got this thing all blowing up the dorm. Oh, you gonna do that? They go like bracket off with the essays. So now we all about to fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying he would have did. I would have just blew the dorm up.
Okay.
But, you know.
I was finna say, you can't really pick what a motherfucker gonna give you. When you in there outnumbered, nigga, they gonna give you what they want to give you.
Right.
You can't say, oh, nigga, I ain't taking, well, nigga, we just gonna pack your ass. You know what I'm saying? You can't pick like, oh, nah, nigga, I ain't no buster. Nigga, y'all can't give me 9 fades. Like, nigga.
Yeah, like XL from 40s came in the dorm, and I give him credit for coming in there because a lot of people didn't. That dorm was kind of like intimidating to certain gangs that opposed, you know what I'm saying? Because it was A-Trays, Inglewood families, Hoovers in there, and a lot of more that
that was a Sue Whoop and Moving dorm?
No, it was the blood dorm, but it was like people that, you know what I'm saying? It was the blood dorm, but it was a lot of people that opposed neighborhoods in there.
Okay.
So the dude, X4 came in there and he told my homie Tiny Buntry, like, hey, look, bro, I just want to get out on my immediate enemies. You know what I'm saying? The dude from VN, and he's like, no, I don't work that way, bro. You'll get out on my little homie, him. So I got down with him, Tiny Minutes from A-Tray Gangster, and homie Tiny T-Lo from Fados Hoover. We gave him 3 phases, and you know what I'm saying? He programmed and his homies pulled him. But you know, man, stay home, kids. Like, don't subscribe to the streets nor gangs. You know what I'm saying?
Do not go to the LA County jail.
See, that
Don't
made
go to
my
no
point
jail.
right there. You said, nah, you ain't running shit, nigga. We gonna give you what the we gonna give you.
Right. You can't come in here
You
talking
can't
about,
pick like,
you know what
nah, I'm gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga.
I think the dude probably preferred to fight the dude from VNs or another Hoover over me, because, you know, we down there, and he from the homie, you're like, nah, you go get on with the little homie, talking about me and him, and then, you know.
All right, I got a news story here from LA, but it's from a Latino neighborhood, but nevertheless, I'm going to tap in with it. East LA, a gang-related shooting leaves a man dead inside an RV, 3 suspects sought. I wanted to ask you guys what you thought of this after I read this. A gang-related shooting in the East LA neighborhood claimed the life of a man, and now authorities are searching for a trio of suspects. According to the LAPD, officers responded to a call near Williams Place and Valley Boulevard in El Sereno around 2:15 a.m., and upon arriving, they located a man who had sustained multiple gunshot wounds. The victim was only identified as a 39-year-old Latino, pronounced dead. A gang-related further investigation revealed that 3 males approached the victim in the RV And what I was wondering is, if you're in an RV, this must be like a homeless encampment. I'm not 100% sure. And in the end of this article, it says that no descriptions were immediately available, but the shooting was confirmed to be gang related. I always trip out how they already know it's gang related, even though they have no suspects. The victim is dead, and it's already confirmed gang related. I don't know. El Sereno does have a couple hoods over there, which is not too far from downtown LA.
I mean, he could have been trapping out the camper.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people I seen. They be in the camper and they trapping out the motherfuckers.
They probably read his tattoos. The deceased dude, the dude that passed away.
Yeah, the 39-year-olds.
Yeah, they probably read his tattoos and assumed it was gang related.
It could, yeah, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to define someone's demise as gang related.
Or maybe it could have been this. Maybe he wasn't from that neighborhood. He was trapping. Because you know when you trapping in the wrong neighborhood, you got to pay taxes. And then your taxes going to be like probably more than what you even making. Because my brother, he used to stay in the 18s. And they told that, like, nigga, you either pay us taxes or you can't sell no more. So then he asked them, what's the taxes? They like, all right, nigga, we get 60, you get 40.
Damn.
Exactly. You like, nigga, what? So I'm working for y'all. Like, yeah, basically, nigga gonna stop selling.
So what did he end up doing?
He ended up stop selling.
Yeah.
Because I was telling that nigga, man.
I don't advise anybody black to be serving in a predominantly Latino neighborhood.
But it don't matter if you Mexican, too. If you're not from that hood, nigga.
Yeah.
If you from that hood, you already paying taxes.
Yeah, you already going to pay, regardless. But I know this neighborhood, El Sereno, they got a little war going on between ESR, what is it, El Sereno Rifa, and Lowell Street. So I don't know what it could be, but I know Lowell is on a. You're talking about taxes. Lowell don't pay taxes. They're a green light gang.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was on like what's it called, Metavia?
Matavia was a green light gang for a minute. Opal is a green light gang. There's been quite a few green.
So they still a green light gang to this day.
Well, the Matavias is not green lit
not
anymore.
them. I'm talking about the dudes you talking about right now.
Yeah, Opal. I believe Opal still is, but El Sereno got a permanent green light. It's never coming off.
So, boy, you talking about from the green light gang? So when they go to the county, they just gotta. They're not walking the main line, right?
Nah, they're not. They already killed. They stabbed to death a Lowell guy in the 90s. They've had the green light since the 90s. So yeah, when you go in there as a Lowell, if they can get you, they're gonna kill you. So I think you got to go in a separate. They used to have a green light module in the early 2000s. I don't know if they still do. Did you guys ever hear about that? A module for the Mexicans that are green lit gangs?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a dude that was Matavia. Evidently, they not green lit no more. But on the back of his head, he had the little light, and the light was on green. And then it said on the back of his head, tax free, the way to be.
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, damn, I wonder is they tripping? Why they not tripping on his tattoo? Like, you need to get that covered.
Well, the Matavias they had their own module.
Yeah, not when I was hitting the county jail though. You know, we younger.
Oh, well, they were greenlit when you guys were in the module. I think they were greenlit in all of the early 2000s.
This is 08
Yeah.
when I seen this.
Yeah, they were greenlit in 08. I think they got off the green light like in 2018 or something, 2017 or something.
Yeah. Around that time.
Yeah. So
They must have been on and off green lit because this dude he was like walking through the module.
no, some of the Matavias did refuse to go to the module because some of them were considering it PCing up. So they didn't want to do that. They was like, no, I'm a thug it out on the main line until
and get poked.
yeah, whatever happens, happens. And then if they send me there, they send me there. But I ain't going there voluntarily. There were a lot of Matavias that didn't. But then eventually, I think the county jail forced all the green lighters. It was like, nah, y'all, we got a module just for y'all. So this neighborhood, El Sereno, they got it's heavy on that green light politics.
Yeah.
So ain't no telling what happened. But rest in peace to the 39-year-old Latino guy. I don't know what you was doing. Maybe you owed some money. Maybe you was trapping. Maybe you owed some taxes, right? Ain't no telling. But they are very adamant that this is gang related. So
Man, maybe they know more than what they reporting, and then maybe they just going off the tats, just not really investigating.
and what's crazy with the surveillance state that we live under now, cameras everywhere, it's almost impossible to get away with with any sort of shooting now, any homicide. There's cameras everywhere, especially
That's why I be trying to tell my young niggas, man. And then you got niggas all on Instagram showing the gun they did it with and shit, showing the car they pulled up
it's
in.
insane, huh?
Like, bro, you dumb as hell, nigga. Like the police on your Instagram, nigga, they the ones talking about, hey, bro, that's tight.
And those Ring cameras, everyone, like, I don't want to say everyone, but so many people got Ring cameras on their front door.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times this Ring camera footage comes into the court cases? Like, all the time.
And you got all the surveillance cameras in the stores, wherever shit. They gonna catch you from when you do it, when you left, when you turned, when you went up the street, when you made another left, when you bust another right. They got all that on camera.
Hey, see, but like, remember when people, like, say if somebody had cameras, you thought they had some bread or they was like special for having cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Broke motherfuckers got cameras now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a camera. They got the camera just to babysit their kids and they at work. So like, damn, that shit crazy.
Yeah, they're not expensive like they used to be.
But what I do know, Ringer cameras in particular, they ask you for the camera, but they don't need you to do it because they got a database. The Ringer in particular goes straight to the police.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Positive. I'm positive for that.
Oh, I'm never gonna get a Ringer camera then.
Yeah, I'll tell you how I know, but yeah.
That doesn't even seem lawful.
Oh yeah, no. Ringer in particular.
I mean, if it's a crime that happened, then they could.
I mean, they need to come to your house and ask you or get a search warrant.
They go ask, but they already got it. It's a data. It goes straight to the police. The Ringers.
Let me look that up. Ringer will no longer allow police to request doorbell camera footage.
As of when? Yesterday? Because this was a real thing. Maybe, let me see, 2023, this was a thing.
It says here, Amazon-owned Ring will stop allowing police departments to request doorbell camera footage. This is January 24th, 2024, so it's a little over a year ago.
See?
Marking an end to a feature that has drawn criticism from privacy advocates. See? So
when I heard what I heard, it was 2023 exactly, and you said it's 2024.
yeah, so I guess Ringer is ending their relationship with the police.
Say we don't want to be snitching on.
No, that's
I gotta do y'all job, man.
Yeah, okay, let me read this. This is crazy. I didn't even know this much. In a blog post on Wednesday, Ring said that it will sunset the request for assistance tool, which allows police departments and other public safety agencies to request and receive video captured by the doorbell cameras through Ring's Neighbors app. That's insane. I did not know that the police was linked to Ring.
Mm-hmm.
But as of 2024, that's an end.
Yeah, see, when I heard what I heard, it was 2023, and
But see, it really don't matter because everybody gonna put it on Instagram anyway.
Yeah. And it says here the company did not give a reason for the change. Of course, they don't want to be tapped. A lot of people, I wouldn't get Ring if I knew the police was tapped in.
no, I think it started messing with they selves. You know what I'm saying? Because probably people knew what I knew.
Yeah.
About them in particular. You know what I'm saying?
I never even heard of this. Look, it says here, in 2021, Ring made it so that the police can request publicly visible through its Neighbors app. Previously, law enforcement agencies were able to send Ring owners who live near an area of an active investigation private emails requesting video footage. Now, Ring hopefully will altogether be out of the business of platforming casual and warrantless police requests for footage to its users. Yeah, that is crazy. Basically, they're getting footage without a warrant.
Yeah, but they send like they're requesting it, but they got a database where it went straight to them anyway.
Yeah.
They capping a little bit on that one.
Well, here's what at the end here, like you said, it might not even matter because law enforcement agencies will still be able to get the videos just using a search warrant. So all they got to do is just go to a judge. Hey, we need a warrant and get it anyways. But make them do the work.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I had a warrant. They ain't getting my cameras. If your daughter wasn't stolen from the sidewalk at the jump roping or something, you ain't getting my camera.
Well, check this out. This is also an important point. Ring also maintains the right to share your footage without your consent it says in limited circumstances. So they could still share footage of what some people have the rings inside the house too. Mm-hmm. Which is crazy. No, I ain't messing with Ring. I think I want to get my own system where I control it and it's stored on my own server and no one has access to it except whoever has access to the server, which will be me and very few people.
Yeah.
I don't want to go with any of these subscription cameras anymore.
Yeah, I might when I move, I might get some cameras. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody keep acting like they know where I live at and came by and say hello, but whatever.
Hey, what if I'm walking around naked in my house and I got a camera inside it? They have access to that.
But see, that's kind of your fault too. You know you got cameras in your house.
Yeah,
You
why you
know
trying to
who's
show everybody
looking.
your Johnson?
What if I'm in my house by myself?
You still know the police looking at your
That's what I'm
Johnson.
saying. You know you got a camera in your house, and it's like a lot of other people can see it besides you.
So you gonna have the police eat some donuts at the desk looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, check
You know
this.
one of them gay officers.
Hey, listen to this. In 2022, Ring disclosed that it handed over 11 videos to the police without notifying users that they did.
See,
That's insane.
Munchie be coming with the facts.
Yeah,
bro.
no, that was a good one. That was a good one. Ring agreed to pay $5.8 million to settle a lawsuit with the FCC over allegations that the company let employees and contractors access user videos. Absolutely. $5.8 million. Okay. So, yeah, man, these videos are pretty much ending crime to a certain, well, not ending, you'll never end crime.
Well, they saying they interlay relationships with the pigs on them one.
Yeah, but the amount of cameras, though, I believe the amount of cameras that exist in our cities does limit crime.
I mean, if you still want to do it, there's still ways to do it.
Yeah,
Right.
but it makes it harder.
It's called a hoodie.
I'm finna say it's a hoodie. You know, get you a ski mask. You know, get you a car that don't belong to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's something called a G-Rod.
Yeah.
Leave your cell phone at home.
No matter. Yeah, I'm finna say leave that shit at home. Nigga, turn it off at home too.
Yeah, don't turn it off and take it with you.
No, turn it off at your house and leave it at home.
No, leave it on and leave it at home.
Yeah, leave it-
Because they be looking at like, oh, as soon as the crime happened, then he powered it back on after.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
what it says.
Nah, you turn it off and then you spend some time out. You know what I'm saying? Before it's too much time passed before when the crime.
Look,
happens.
this is the best game you can get. When you don't turn your phone off right before the crime,
Exactly.
and then turn it back on right
Exactly.
after the crime.
That's what I was trying to say. Don't turn it off and then do the crime, then turn
Yeah.
it back on. No, you turn it off, leave it off a long ass time, nigga, and don't turn that motherfucker back on till tomorrow.
How to get away with skits. Episode 1.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Big-U didn't get that memo.
Yeah.
Did you read that? It said in the indictment that Big-U turned his phone off right when he left the studio.
Mm-hmm.
This dude comes up dead, and then an hour later he comes back to the
back
studio and turns the phone back on.
Mm-hmm. And he came back sweating and shit.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know they said he came back sweating.
yeah. They
Yeah, he said he just got done working out.
at 2 a.m, right?
Yeah. So I was like, boy, you stupid. as
People
hell,
work out
nigga.
2 in the morning.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's possible, but I doubt in Vegas. I mean, I don't want to say I doubt.
But
It's
see, you
possible.
gotta know this too. The police gonna be like, all right, so what gym you go to?
Mm.
They got cameras at the
I
gym.
ran. I
Oh,
took a job.
Now you gotta.
Well, yeah, he can't tell that story. That's the studio guy told the police. That's what he said. But
Oh, for real?
yeah, two people from the studio gave statements to the FBI about what happened that night. Yeah, one of them is the engineer.
Damn, bro. Unfortunately, bro, it's looking bad for Big U.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. I wanted to tap in with this story. One of my favorite comedians, Mexican dude named Paul Rodriguez. I love this dude because he goes to the prisons and does comedy for inmates. Have you guys ever had when you guys were in prison, like outside group came to entertain you guys or like
Hell
sing?
no.
Nah.
Ain't nobody came from the outside, but American.
Oh, American came. Did Jim Brown come or it was just his organization?
Sleep from schoolyard.
Oh, okay. I know Sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing. No entertainment for you.
Hell no.
No.
Ain't nobody came in there. All these motherfuckers going in there to play basketball, niggas and shit. I'm like, bro, where was y'all at, nigga, in like 2012 and shit, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
2013.
I think it depends on the level too. I don't think they go to level 4s though, huh?
I was on a high level 3.
Okay. Yeah.
I just seen some where the cameras came in there and they was hollering at Blueface for like a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm like, how they let the cameras come on the yard when it was yard going on
Mm-hmm.
in Lancaster prison? I mean,
Oh,
that's crazy.
All right. Well, comedian Paul Rodriguez was arrested in Burbank. Burbank, y'all. Burbank for drug possession. He denies the charges and claims police misconduct during the arrest. Rodriguez, known for his bilingual stand-up comedy and roles in over 40 films, is scheduled to appear in court on April 25th. The incident has sparked controversy, with Rodriguez alleging police misconduct during the arrest. Paul Rodriguez was arrested in Burbank for drug possession after a vehicle he was in was stopped for a code violation, and he was arrested around 7:30 p.m. Narcotics were discovered during a search. Ooh, that's crazy. They searched his car. Rodriguez was released with a citation to appear in court April 25th. It's unclear whether Rodriguez will face any formal charges. The city attorney could pick up the case, which means it'll be a misdemeanor, or the DA can pick up the case. He's got a wobbler right now, and they're going to figure out whether they're going to charge him with a misdemeanor or a felony.
What movies he been in? I ain't familiar with him.
Oh, Paul, what was the last movie I seen Paul Rodriguez in? Oh, I don't know. I just like his stand up. He's a funny dude. He's from Compton, also, by the way. Yeah, he claims he used to be from CV3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know where that hood is at?
Yeah, they cool with the Frothers, ain't they?
Hell no.
No.
They don't like power rules.
Oh
We
yeah.
ain't cool with no gang.
Hey, most of the any CVs cool with the Pyrus?
No. Any CV that's press P blank, we don't get like 155, CV3, 124, T flats, 70.
I know 7-0s don't. Yeah.
I thought
anybody.
CV3. They kind of like Basaya a little bit, right?
No, they right next to the Santanas.
So they not like the Locos.
No, Locos is cool.
That's what I'm talking about. My bad. Not CV3, the Locos. Compton Radio Locos.
CV
they
Locos
cool.
is cool.
Yeah, they stay in the hood.
The
Right.
Locos are 124th?
Nah, they in the hood. They in the froze.
Okay.
That's who I was talking about. Not CV3, but the Locos.
I believe Paul Rodriguez was a CV3, in his childhood days. I seen him give an interview once for the Streets of Compton documentary that your boy says that he got me on it.
Oh yeah, Whack 304.
Yeah, Wack thinks he got me on that documentary.
He like Soldier Boy. He the first to do everything.
Yeah. I was on that documentary before it became a story about game. So
They hijacked it.
yeah, they hide game. The game story became, I guess, more interesting to the A&E producers, and it turned into the game story.
You see what's funny about Wack to me? That nigga got everybody paperwork. Or he just talked to somebody that got the paperwork.
I think people might be sending him stuff and giving him stuff because they know he got a big mouth.
Okay.
He definitely got a big mouth.
I was always baffled, like, damn, he got everybody paperwork.
Well, scratch the paperwork. How do we know everybody gay? How you know they secrets? How you know all the
That
gay?
too.
Like, I mean, you know what I mean? You know what's going on with the fruits because you from fruits.
Yeah.
How do we know what's going on with the gays? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I was like, damn, man, this nigga like a private investigator or something.
Hey, let me ask you how you feel about this last part of the Paul Rodriguez story. He's considering filing a formal complaint alleging he was roughed up by the police. Here's the funniest part. And he says that those drugs belong to his female friend. I guess the passenger in the car.
Yeah.
He telling on her, huh?
It ain't tell her if she agreed. She agreed.
Yeah, the drugs belong to his female friend. Actually, it doesn't say if it was his female friend in the car, but I'm making the assumption it's the female that was in the car.
Okay, if he just said it was a female friend, she left it in the car. We don't know who the female friend is.
Yeah.
That ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't know.
He's supposed to make her take that shit though.
Yeah.
Stuff this like. You know what I mean?
Also, they won't say what type of drugs it was. It wasn't weed. They wouldn't go that hard for weed, right?
But that's how you know these niggas ain't never been in jail or nothing. You supposed to make that shit disappear. Like I know it ain't a big ass break or nothing. Like make that shit disappear.
Hey, this is Burbank, and I want to emphasize Burbank. They pull you over. They're gonna find a reason to search your car. They're gonna say they had probable cause. I don't think they're saying that you can smell marijuana as probable cause anymore in California. If you can smell it, they used to say I smell marijuana. They lying.
But scratch marijuana because that ain't what it was.
We don't know.
Because
I don't want to
trip off weed out here.
I don't want to put any drug on Paul Rodriguez like cocaine or heroin, right? I don't want to put that on him. But
It wasn't no weed though. Nobody care about weed.
hey, but Spider got pulled over
Pound.
with the pound of weed. They found the pound of weed. I believe they pulled him over because he had a blunt in his mouth.
Man, that was crazy.
Having a pound of weed is illegal?
They did charge him for it, but eventually they dropped it.
Hey, listen, he got a blunt on the tip of his lips, hanging off his lips when they pull him over, bro. So that's a reason to search the car already.
Yeah.
I don't think they tripping on the weed itself, but look at you, like you just get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they found a gun, and he was able to get a joint suspended sentence. I heard someone on the internet the other day, I don't remember who it was, saying, how do you catch a gun case and don't go to prison if you're an ex-felon?
Exactly.
But
You ain't
no,
automatically gotta go to prison.
yeah,
I mean, if you got a lawyer, then
you get a lawyer. You could take a joint suspended.
yeah.
You can just take some county time. You ain't gotta go back to prison for a gun.
Yeah,
Guns is not. It ain't even violent.
Yeah, and California doesn't really press the issue with guns as much as other states.
Well, I know if I get caught with a gun, I'm going to prison because I have the attempt on my shit.
How many years ago was that?
That was like 2010.
You ain't automatically going to the pen for no gun.
No,
for
you
that.
might be able to get a lawyer and take a joint suspended sentence for like 4 years. Yeah.
But what the
Which you would take, right? Or would you just take 2 years in prison with half and get it over with? If you have, let me ask you this, Stonah, you got two choices: 4-year joint suspended, you get to go home right now. 2 years in prison with half.
So that means I'm doing one.
You're gonna do at least.
I take the 2 years. Well,
I'll take the
Oh,
2
for
years
real?
and a half.
yeah.
Yeah, to get it over with, huh?
Yeah, 'cause
You know,
that joint
halftime
suspension-
is 33% now.
Yeah. So if you do that joint suspension, you up, you getting that whole fault.
Yeah.
And me, I know if I'm carrying a gun now, I'm gonna be carrying a gun later. So it's like I might as well just go to jail, nigga.
Hey, Alex, hey, gangbangers really don't take joint suspensions.
Well, I don't know.
No. Because if you hanging out, you likely to get put up for anything and have to go do that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people turn that down all the time.
Yeah, but I do know a couple of guys that took joint suspended.
You got to almost be positive you ain't hanging out like that. Or,
Yeah,
Exactly.
you got to be really done with committing any acts.
Like today, I would take a joint suspension today.
Yeah,
Well, I'm lying. I'm not taking nothing at all. But
in a hypothetical situation.
it depends on the circumstances. I'll go because if I lose, it ain't that much anyway. A gun case, it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they were trying to give Spider 36 months, 3 years.
Yeah, they trying to double up because of prison prior or whatever.
And he got felony priors. So I think you'd be looking at, both you guys would be looking at 3 years, but you get that knocked down.
But when you get doubled up, that'd be because of prison priors though.
And then your prison priors will. I think the 36 months is because of the prison priors.
32 months.
32. Okay.
Right.
If I got caught with a gun right now, I have a legit gun, but let's just say I had an illegal gun in my car. They probably gonna give me like 6 months. Less than that.
You'll get probation.
Yeah, I might even get
They gonna slap you on the wrist.
You gonna
first
get
time.
probation.
Yeah. Because I have no convictions, but my gun's registered anyways.
The judge told me it's a such thing as a habitual act where you keep going for the same exact crime. You know what I'm saying? So don't just think like, oh, she's trying to, I'm gonna say scare me or whatever, but she let me know you keep going for the same exact crime over and over again, you get stretched out, even though it's nonviolent.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that? The habitual.
The habitual offender.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Paul Rodriguez got a court date. Hopefully, it'll come down to a misdemeanor and end up getting probation. He ain't going to jail.
Just take some drug classes and say he was using that shit.
Yeah. But he said that they roughed him up and searched his car probably against his wishes. So
he go sue?
Hey, it looked like he mad. He definitely mad. So I suggest Paul Rodriguez to fight this all the way. Keep it Compton, right?
No, sue him.
Keep it Compton.
No, if
Yeah,
they really
sue 'em.
roughed them up, because all of them got body cams these days, sue them if they roughed you up.
Yeah. All right. You're gonna like this story, Munch, because you've been yelling free Diddy, free Diddy. We talked a little bit about this on the last episode of Straight Politicking with Angie Smalls. But another Diddy lawsuit, civil lawsuit, gets thrown out. This is the second Diddy lawsuit that got thrown out, got dismissed, and it's starting to feel like people were just coming after him for the money, and these lawsuits are not legit. Let me read a little bit right here and get your reaction. Diddy achieved another major victory in court after an anonymous woman failed to meet a court-ordered deadline to reveal her name in her civil lawsuit. This goes back to what you've been complaining about, Munch, why all these people get to be Jane Does in these lawsuits. In turn, U.S. District Judge Louis Linman dismissed the case. The woman had alleged that Diddy attempted to sexually assault her at a party in 1995. Attorney Tony Busby had been representing the woman in this lawsuit. He was representing the woman in the other lawsuit that got dismissed. Today, the federal judge dismissed the lawsuit filed against Combs. Um, the spokesperson said for Combs said in the statement, "This is now the second case brought by these attorneys against Mr. Combs. This is Mr. Combs' attorney talking. That has been dismissed in its entirety. It will not be the last. For months, we have seen case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushed forward by attorneys more focused on media headlines than legal merit." And the attorney for the woman said that she was not willing to divulge her identity because she didn't want to deal with the backlash that she will receive by, I guess, since the internet's undefeated. People, we were gonna go in on her, right? Right, Munch.
I was.
Yeah, Munchie was definitely gonna go in on her.
I don't know. I just think Diddy got long paper, man. And you niggas know, man, he get you gone.
Hey, my mom believes that. My mom believes what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy be having people disappeared.
Exactly. So they like, man,
Well,
I don't know.
Well, I don't believe it. I don't believe Diddy
I
does
do.
that. You do?
I do.
Okay. I don't. So you think that Diddy had something to do with Jamie Foxx, whatever he had to go through, that near-death experience?
Yeah. He got long money.
What would be the motive though?
He was talking too much.
Hold on. You talking about him getting sick or somebody throwing something at him at that little outing?
No, when he got sick and stuff, and he went to the hospital and shit, and he was basically like he was almost passed away or whatever. Then he came back, he wasn't talking about none of that shit no more. He was like, nah, I ain't say nothing about that.
Okay, so beforehand he was speaking out against Diddy?
Yeah, he all his comedy shows, all that, you know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, all kind of shit about Diddy. After that, he didn't say nothing else about Diddy.
Yeah, they wanted to identify the woman in this lawsuit, and she
even his his ex-wife, baby mama Kim Porter.
Kim Porter.
Yeah.
Oh, you believe on that? He has something to do with that?
Yeah,
that's
she
crazy,
was writing
right?
that book.
We just got done.
Came out.
We was talking to Angie Smalls, and she said what you said, bro.
If that's the case, they'll be exhuming her body out of the ground to double check if the cause of death was accurate.
Got long money. You ain't
might be right now.
He got long money. He got know how to make it look like an accident.
Yeah, but a lot of long
overdosed. It's gonna look like you took some pills or something.
But a lot of these long money people that commit some offenses, they end up going to jail. The white guys, they had long money.
Hold up, Weinstein,
Epstein,
yeah, Epstein,
Jeffrey Epstein, and then Weinstein. Them dudes had long money. Weinstein got convicted in 2 courts, New York City and Los Angeles. Epstein, I don't know what happened to Epstein. They say he committed suicide in his cell. Other people say that somebody went in there and did that, right? Well, I guess we'll never know the truth to that. But I don't believe long money could save you when you have the power of the federal government trying to prosecute you.
Yeah, when the feds want you, they want you.
Yeah.
But see, Diddy got a lot of powerful people behind him too. He got judges.
Man, someone was just saying the same thing you were saying. Who was that?
He got everybody. And like I said, at them little parties he was having, it's too many famous people that was there.
Prestigious people.
Prestigious. That's running a lot. They got their hands in a lot of big business in the world, you know what I'm saying? So they can't let him go down because all of them going to go down.
Well, it's a great legal victory for Diddy because it kind of, even though it has nothing to do with his criminal case, it just shows public opinion that he can probably gain to see that, wow, these civil cases are getting dismissed. So far, too, his legal team said there are more to come to get dismissed.
Man, free Diddy, free Durk, free Big-U, free, you know what I'm saying? Free the forgotten population. I don't like that public, what you call it, public perception. What's the word?
Public opinion?
Public opinion thing, like, you know what I'm saying?
I think public opinion is important, even though the court's supposed to ignore public opinion.
It's hard.
Public opinion definitely influences what goes on in that courtroom.
So Stoner from the town go to jail for assault and battery, but then they want to play these videos when he done whooped ass, belt the ass on people, and start posting his fights all of a sudden. I don't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what Whack 100 and 600 was trying to like joy snitch on and add to like the public perception. And then even when this video keep getting posted with Diddy whipping his girl out, Cassie out,
yeah,
and he not even being charged with that. Why y'all keep playing this and trying to taint the jury pool? That's cold. That ain't straight.
Hey, I'm gonna be interested in and seeing him go to trial to see the case. I want to see the prosecution lay out their case of guilt. I might actually. Oh, he's in MDC, New York. I keep on thinking he's in LA. He's in New York, MDC. So
if he was in MDC, LA, the Pyrus would be breathing on him. Oh yeah, you think you from Southside? Huh? You's rocking with the Southsides back in the day. All right, this for Keefy.
well, right now we got Lil Durk is in MDC, LA.
Free Durk.
Big-U and Bricc Baby is currently in MDC, LA.
They need to send the fake loose cannon there. I want to see if he let his nuts hang.
The fake loose cannon, he'll be transferred to MDC, Los Angeles within 30 days. He's been in there now like 10.
Big-U gonna whoop him out. Big-U gonna whoop him out.
I was thinking the same thing.
They gonna be keepaways though. I ain't gonna ever get too excited. They gonna be keepaways.
Yeah.
You know he's scary, man.
Yeah. Well, the federal system has different floors.
And Big-U got influence. It's people volunteering to whoop him out for him.
Yeah, so if he look, there's 3 different floors that are GP. I forget what floor they got Big-U on, but you're saying if he's on another floor, he's still gonna he's still at risk.
Yeah, you gonna have rolling 60s from another state trying to get on him. Just to, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's 60s in almost every state. They gonna be trying to breathe on him for the big homie, for the big dog.
Have you seen this idiot fake loose cannon dude in the last year on the internet doing this thing?
Is it loose cannon?
Yeah, I call him the fake loose cannon.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Another loose cannon?
there's a real loose cannon that's one of my childhood friends.
Oh, okay.
And he used his name and his hip hop accolades to try to like get a buzz on the internet.
Oh.
His whole life is a fraud. He's a fraud. Even his 60s Crip experience is a fraud. Everything about him is a fraud. But he's been going viral for the last several months on the internet.
Yeah, I've been seeing him. He funny though. Like sweetie.
Oh, that ain't funny to me. I don't think I think Munchie only laughed at him one time. That was funny when Bricc Baby had him stumbling his words on that call.
Yeah, he said he don't even know how to talk. He
Yeah.
know how to use the word. He said up. He sounded like one of the putties off the Power Ranger.
Hey, but maybe the reason why his channel was going up is because people did tap in with that sweetie bullshit.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
It was funny to me. I don't know.
Nah, I didn't like that. You cream pie, you're soft as marshmallows, mayonnaise, relish.
But now you got to stand on it.
Yeah, ooh.
Like you about to get transferred to LA, and then you go out to see sweet ass Big-U now, right? So let's see what you talking about.
Hey, you think he's gonna call him Big Useless now?
No, I think he gonna go PC. He gonna go PC because what he did was snitching.
Yeah.
You talked about an open crime on a podcast, and it was really, I thought it was a lie, but it was a real thing. That's telling.
There were lies. It was lies and the truth mixed together.
All they do is check paperwork, and they check paperwork more than they do in the state.
Oh yeah.
They go like, man, he's deemed a snitch right now. They waiting on him.
Hey, but he did have a cold diss word for Big-U. I thought it was cold.
What, big uterus?
Big uterus.
Yeah, that's why I say it's funny to me. I was like, big uterus. Damn.
It don't get any harder than that, Big uterus.
Hey, the other funny thing, when they did the Lil Rico shit, they called it drawdown. I was like, do they mean draws down?
Yeah,
because it's like big draws.
They try to be cute with the names.
Drawdown like drawdown with a blick, but I know. I hear what
Yeah, but I took it as it draws down. We about to pull his draws down, nigga. Get this thing.
No, that would be the indictment for Whack 100. Draws down.
Yeah, because he had his booty out, nigga, all on the internet.
I seen that. Yeah,
scuba diving on the bed.
No, but the feds like to get cute with the name of their indictments.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, they trying to be funny or something.
They had one against the Black P Stones called
Stone?
Operation Cold Stone. Cold Stone. I was like,
niggas ice cream.
I was like, they kind of gangbanging in the titles of these indictments. Cold Stone.
Yeah, that's a diss. They dissing, nigga.
Nah, I wish I could remember some of the. Every time I read one, I'm like, oh, okay. They got some clever comedy writers for the names of their indictments. I wish I could think of some other ones, but
but we'll see once he get transferred how that go.
Yeah, a lot of people think that he's not in custody, but they don't understand that he was taken into custody in Nevada, and they could hold him in that detention center for up to 30 days. You know.
Hey, but we on the internet. They just want the most entertaining narrative. They don't care about the truth, and they like, you know what I'm saying? This all entertainment to them.
Well, I think that the feds are telling the authorities in Nevada, let's keep him there for the maximum amount of time because they're using all of his phone calls as evidence against him. Because he's saying stuff that's just completely can be used against him.
He got to use his mental health for his defense because he's slow.
And his girlfriend or his mistress is not helping him by recording and posting and encouraging him to talk about the case.
You want to breathe on her, Stoner? I'm saying, I mean, like they got her Instagram, her number, shoot it to you.
Are you talking about
Loose Cannon,
Loose
fake
Cannon
wife?
Yeah, Sharice.
Yeah, I seen her on what was it, Instagram or one of those.
I seen her on OnlyFans. And if you pay for it, she be getting it
Oh
going.
man, I ain't know that.
I don't know if she still has an active OnlyFans, but she used to.
Well, she about to fire that thing back up. I bet you.
Yeah, basically, because I'm like, the money gone now. You gotta get some money. What you said she did?
She's encouraging the fake Loose Cannon to call up and just
Post all their conversations.
do interviews.
Oh, yeah, that's like further putting that nigga in the hole.
Oh yeah,
Because really, he ain't supposed to be talking about nothing. Because they building a case on you still. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I was on No Jumper last week and she called in on speakerphone. Then when she called in, he called on through as she merged it. I'm like, yeah, hey, she gone, bro. Hey, just make sure she keep pen and paper. You know what I'm saying? Put money on her books, kind of visit. She gone. No, she about to be getting her little thing here. Oh, that's disrespectful. It's the truth. It happens to the best of us. But guess what? He was quiet.
Yeah.
He was listening. He heard what I said. That bitch gone, bro.
and when he called in, you used a different name.
I was like, it's Andre.
Yeah, why'd you say that? After he already introduced, I have the one and only Munchie B here.
No, I said Andre first.
Yeah.
And then he went around like, yeah, then Munchie B. And you're like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just being funny.
It didn't seem like it didn't matter. I noticed that he didn't disrespect you.
No, his spirit is broken, but man, you ain't in a position to do that. And then nigga, bro, I'm gonna roast you and your baby mama the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't trying to feel all fun. You ain't feeling funny and jokey right now. You know what I'm saying?
But why the content is not that important. This guy is literally calling from the federal.
You need a
phone.
lawyer, bro.
Yeah,
Trying to get his money up.
You don't got a lawyer. I think what's her name lied and said that she paid $100,000 for a lawyer
To get it going, get the process going.
Okay, what's the first thing that your lawyer's gonna tell you after you catch your case?
Off the phones, man.
Yeah, stay off the phone. That's the first thing he gonna tell you, man. Don't get on no phones. Don't do nothing. No interviews. None of that.
Did you tap in Stonah with the no jumper beating that happened in December where they recorded it and then posted it?
Yeah.
I think that they're all going down for that. So far, nobody's been arrested.
Yeah.
But there's no way. On God,
they beat up the little preacher dude or whatever?
It's two guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he really was a preacher. That was the narrative. But, I mean, Paul Rodriguez, we just read an article. Paul Rodriguez got caught in Burbank, and he didn't really do anything except get pulled over in his car with a little bit of whatever he had. These people brutalized two people, recorded it, sent the video to 600, and they posted it on the internet. Have you ever seen anything as insane as that?
Yeah, we see that on an everyday basis, but not on this scale because
No, we don't see the people who are doing it themselves record themselves and then tell people post it for me.
Yeah, stupid people do it all the time.
I'm gonna say they do that because people want accolades for beating people up.
Clout. I don't even call it accolades.
Yeah.
Like,
But that wasn't even like a mutual combat fight. That was a beat down.
but you who we talking about though? We talking about the.
We're talking about the IBM guys.
Loose Coochie. He
Yeah.
want all the clout. You feel me? Like, hey, listen. I think the feds they got a bigger plan, so Burbank ain't tripping. They tell me stand down. We got this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know because a lot of what happened in that parking lot is a state offense. It would have to be tied into a RICO in order for that to go federal. And I don't know. I don't know.
Think they worried about it.
You don't think who's worried about it? Burbank or the feds?
I think they got a bigger plan for them, so that the big dogs, which is the feds, told Burbank man kick back. Like we got this. We gonna handle it. They just.
All right, I'm gonna make a prediction right here. Burbank is going to make arrests before. Remember before I said by August?
Yeah, and it was 2 days later.
And then but I'm gonna say that they're gonna make more arrests before the end of April.
What's this?
Beginning
April.
We're in the beginning of April.
Okay.
Before the end of April, all them people that no jumper in the parking lot, they're gonna get arrested.
If anybody is only one, bro. Ain't no all them people. Ain't all them people. And then if it is some other people, I don't even want to speak.
Hey, if they could arrest the fake Loose Cannon in the Big-U enterprise, he did one act. He did one act, which is the allegedly the it
He
said
did an act on somebody that was already cooperating though.
the marijuana dispensary. He got tied into a whole RICO off of one act.
Yeah, but the act is on that person that was trying to get some cooperating credits already.
Yeah, you're talking about Dale Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Hey, Lil Durk. I want to talk a little bit about Lil Durk, but hey, Big-U and Lil Durk might be on the same floor together in the feds.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they even got a chance to meet each other, because that'd be a hell of a exchange right there.
Why you say hell of it? What you mean?
Because Big-U is the hip hop guy and Lil Durk is the top rapper out of Chicago, and they're both being housed in MDC at the same time. Put them brothers on the same floor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to talk about Lil Durk because they're saying he is the biggest artist of 2025. Even though we're only into March, we're only into 3 months into the year, but he has been getting more streams and more. I don't know, how do you measure record sales in the digital era? It's a little confusing. But Lil Durk sets 2025 record for most RIAA certifications by a hip hop artist. Hours before unleashing his ninth solo album, Deep Thoughts, the Chicago-born rapper secured another impressive career win. He earned 53 new Recording Industry Associations of America certifications, the most for any other hip hop artist in 2025. Durk celebrated the milestone on Instagram, resharing an Alamo Records graphic that featured all his RIAA certified titles. The list included full-length projects like Just Cause Y'all Waited and Almost Healed. As for singles, Durk top performing tracks were Broadway Girls featuring Morgan Wallen, Three-Headed Goat with Lil Baby and Polo G, and All My Life with J. Cole. I guess he's a little bit bigger than Kendrick Lamar in 2025. Y'all tap in with Lil Durk's music?
No.
Nah, huh?
I'm tapped in with his commercial hits, with the commercial shit. Not really. You know what I'm saying? His archive like that.
It's crazy that this guy had an incredible career, but
But no, a lot of the kids they love Durk.
So you think Durk caters more to a younger audience?
Yeah, a lot of the little niggas that's out here trying to get their stripes up and shit. A lot of them listen to Durk.
Okay, so you talking about guys late teens to mid 20s, late 20s?
Yeah.
I think he cover all demographics, age groups. Really, like probably my age on down.
Well, that too. It's our age that listen to that shit too. But I would think it's more young people that really actually listen to him.
I'm not tapped in, but I like to try to stay tapped into the young music. I go out my way to stay in the loop with the young music, but I still haven't really tapped in with Lil Durk. I always tell my wife that she always says stuff like, "Damn, that's some young stuff you doing." And I say, "Hey, I gotta stay tapped in. I gotta stay in the
You gotta
loop.
force yourself to tap in. With
I gotta force myself. I'm 50. I'm in my 50s. Nobody 50s probably listening to Lil Durk, right? I mean, you think
some?
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I haven't been able to tap in, but whatever the case is, he's 32. He's 32. He's got an incredible career, but it might be coming to a halt unless he could beat this case.
I think you gonna beat it.
You think so?
Yep.
What you think, Stonah?
Shit, I think he got like a 50-50 chance.
You got a 50-50 chance? I think Big-U has a
Then they say
chance.
that allegedly that he paid to do this shit told on him already.
I don't know what the behind the
It
scenes
was a
is.
weirdo that been locked up for years. Came home, he walked him home, and then he supposed to got wired eventually or whatever. But I don't think he was like supposed to be the person that participated. But honestly, people don't know. People entourages can act on their own. They don't need nobody permission.
Yeah, because he wasn't even there.
What I'm saying was
Right.
when I was listening to the case, probably months ago, they said that he used the company card.
Yeah, credit
to pay for the guns, the car,
and the plane tickets, I believe.
Yeah. So that's why I say it's 50-50, because you know what I'm saying. That shit.
I think Lil Durk got a better chance than Big-U.
That's. I think it's. I'm gonna say 50-50 for both. I'm gonna say 50-50 for both. I see a lot of holes in Big-U's case. I see a lot of holes in the timeline of some of the things in the case, and plus the motive. In Big U's case, you have to believe that a man almost 60 years old wants to kill a youngster over a diss song. You have to believe that. And it's what did he do when Nip did a diss song?
I was finna
It
say
was just a fight, right?
They trying to tie that into it too. They trying to say he had something to do with Nip.
Oh no,
Also, but even let's say if he beat the murder, but he still got a lot as far as the extortion stuff and all that other shit.
yeah, but that's easier to fight though. The biggest thing to fight is that murder.
See, but you know how the feds do it. They got a gang of shit, right?
Yeah.
You like a sticky board. They just want something to stick on that motherfucker. Everything might not stick to it, but they just gonna keep throwing shit at the board, and whatever sticks.
Yeah.
And
So
if they can stick all this shit on you, then they gonna stick all of it on you.
the extortion, they're hoping something. The extortion sticks. The misappropriation of grid money, I don't think that's not even serious. You're allowed to pay yourself a salary when you get money.
Yeah.
You're allowed to use some of that money.
You ain't allowed to get 20,000 that's supposed to go to developing options from Draymond, and he put it in your personal account.
That you're correct. You're not allowed to do that. But hey, I didn't know that transferring the money from my business account to my personal account was a felony. You know.
Well, I didn't know having brass knuckles was illegal. I walked to the police and went to jail.
Yeah.
So shit.
No, but I'd rather be fighting misappropriation of funds than murder.
Somebody got to get up on Sylvester and get up on him in the feds and off him. Because that's what I'm telling you. Nigga, fuck, nigga. I ain't on the indictment. I could say it. That nigga tripping.
Oh, you talking about Sylvester Robinson?
Yeah, that nigga Master Splinter.
Oh, okay.
He's a master splinter.
Star witness.
I didn't read that in the report though. Is that in? Did I miss a page, or is that just what is obvious? I guess is that the obvious?
Obvious.
Yeah. I don't. So we're clear that it doesn't say that in the indictment.
No, I ain't clear because I ain't went through it like all y'all did. I didn't go through it like that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I'm not saying Vay is a cooperating witness, but a lot of people out there are saying he is.
Vay a snitch.
But we do know for sure that Dale Morrison, who owned the dispensary, he's victim one and he's cooperating, and he's not a gang member. So
he not a civilian either.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Even though he's not a gang member, but he was out in there hustling. He was out there doing street stuff.
See, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of the civilian thing.
Well, they say that if you're a civilian, you get a pass for cooperating.
Yeah, that's what they say. I just say I'm not a fan of that.
I mean, you should, because you're a civilian. Even if you've been around the niggas, they know you're a civilian. They weren't supposed to do nothing around you. So they still know you got a pass to tell.
Yeah, but even though he wasn't from a hood, he's out there getting his feet wet.
No, but that's the point. The niggas who was around him when he was getting his feet wet or whatever, they should have known that he got a pass to tell on us if they ever come crack down on us. See, that's why you ain't supposed to do shit with no civilians. If, like, my hood, you can't really be around us when we doing too much. They be like, hey, the homies be like, who is Blood?
Yeah.
Oh, this the homie. Is he from the hood? No, tell Blood go over there. That's when my big homies was out before all of them got locked up and shit. They was strict on that shit. Is Blood from the hood? If we gonna put Blood on today, if he ain't getting put on, tell Blood get the fuck on, Blood. Go hang over there with them other niggas, Blood, because you can't hang around us. We doing shit.
But that doesn't prevent the opportunity to tell, though, because homies are telling on homies all the time.
I mean, but see, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want no outside nigga telling on us like that, nigga.
Yeah, but
they see when the homie do it, they can actually, you know, if he's gonna do something, which rarely do, you know what I'm saying, they can actually do something to him, you know what I'm saying. But if he just around us, nigga, you can't really do shit to him because he got a pass to tell. That's like if you say like an old lady, right? She live in the hood and shit. She known for, you know, helping the homies out, whatever, you know what I'm saying, hiding shit in her house, whatever. But if she just happen to tell, they can't be mad at her.
Yeah, she's different though. She's really not unaffiliated to the streets. But someone like Dale Morrison, he had an unlicensed weed dispensary. He was taking drugs to Ohio and slanging. He was doing doing party promoting with dudes from the streets. He was He was not paying people. He was doing all kind of janky shit.
Hey, as
in
far
the
as
streets.
civilians, you could expect it, but I don't say accept it. Like, but at one time, somebody told a neighbor or something, man, and then you told and you sent somebody to jail. You probably passed their house, they done moved out because they know what they did was wrong.
Yeah, that's
You
for
know what I mean?
safety purposes.
No. Like, not. I'm not with that civilian shit. Like, but of course you're supposed to be smart enough not to do certain shit around certain people and like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you is dumb if you do something around certain people you know better. But I'm not big on the civilian thing. I believe snitching is snitching across the board.
Yeah, but I don't consider this guy a civilian.
He not anybody. He break laws.
Yeah, he was breaking all kind of laws.
He sell whatever he sell, and he hang with the gang members. You're part of the streets. Use them.
Okay, so
He just wasn't from the hood.
cause he to me he just a thug nigga.
Yeah.
He is still a civilian. You can be a
Any
civilian thug.
anybody that break a law is not a civilian.
Nah, I agree with
No.
Munchie.
I do. Because you're not a civilian saying the real civilian, right? Because
Yeah.
you're not a good person. You're not just out here doing good. But you did not join anything with guidelines. Because, see, the reason why gang members are not supposed to tell because those are the guidelines that you joined under.
Okay, what about
You
the people
join-
that break laws that don't gangbang? Like, so could they tell?
No, absolutely.
That's all right. So what if a girl sell pussy but she don't gangbang? She is square, but she selling pussy, bitch. You don't need to be telling on nothing.
Nah, most of the prostitutes subscribe to the same street code.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
see, that's what if a 304 go to tell on niggas, I'm not gonna be mad at her.
Yeah, but she subscribed to the same street code
No,
though.
the street code is not the same as the gang code.
Hey.
Them two different codes to me.
Okay.
Hey.
I see what you're
So
saying.
no, see when you join a gang, they give you this list. Ain't gonna be no snitching, no homosexuality, and none of no backdoor shit. They tell you that when you join. They don't tell you that when you become a 304, none of that shit. Like, oh, ain't gonna be no snitching and all this. They don't tell you the rules. So I feel like a gang member, you not supposed to do that because they told you that coming in.
Yeah, but I feel like if you on the streets as a non-affiliate, you learn the same rules that you just outlined. You pick that up as soon as you hit the pavement.
But key word in that sentence, learned. It wasn't told to you. It wasn't put in your guidelines.
My hood is real community. At the local barbershop, the big homie had, it'd be the dude that delivered mail in our hood, be in there getting his hair cut.
Yeah.
This and that. And Eric, bro, I think, don't tell. Mind your business, first of all. I don't know. I wear prescription lenses. You know what I'm saying? My eyes is bad, man. Whatever. Like that, you don't tell, bro.
Yeah, but not telling is not a gang thing. Not telling it crosses the board into multiple sectors of society. The police have a code of not telling on each other.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's job, a bunch of women, they got a little code in the job. Oh, such and such told on your break. You took a long break. Oh, she's snitching. She's snitching on you. There's a code even in the workplace about not telling.
Forget a code. Like, what about your safety? So, like, it's some people that tell like grandma, hey grandma, you didn't see nothing. Don't worry about what happened down the street. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think if people stuck to that, it'd be less telling. Like, but they came with this old civilian. What's the definition of a civilian if you look it up?
I don't know, but what were you gonna say, Stonah? Go ahead.
I was going to say, everybody's not under gang guidelines, man.
What's the definition of the word?
If they
civilian?
telling at the job,
look
they
it up.
telling. They didn't have that in their contract when they got, you know what I'm saying, when they started working there. They didn't tell them, hey, ain't gonna be no snitching, nigga. You signed this contract, no snitching.
All right, here's a definition of
Somebody
civilian.
that's not in the army or some shit.
Yeah, a person not in the armed services or the police force, a person who is not a member of a particular profession or group, that goes to what you're saying, a group, as viewed by a member of that group, of denoting or relating to a person not belonging to the armed services or police.
Everybody a civilian. Then me and you a civilian too, because we ain't part of the army or, you know what I'm saying? None
No,
of that.
but see, we subscribe to the urban armed services.
No, but
No.
the
Yeah,
informal definition just uses a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says
That's
here
what we
informal.
subscribe to, a group.
Yeah. A person who is not a member of a particular group
Mm-hmm.
as viewed by a member of that group.
Hey, my thing is, and then I just say no, bro. And and that's why I learned. My bad.
You need the mic.
A long time ago, like I was big on like forcing people like you a buster, you ain't trying to put in no work and all that shit. That's how you make snitches. Force people to do shit that they you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
don't do that. That's how you have somebody tell on you. But it ain't hard to say no. Like I tell them I ain't doing that shit. That shit's stupid. Like if you indulge in this shit, man, you can't tell, bro.
All right. Stonah from the town. Let the people know where they could tap in with you.
Man, you can tap in with me on my YouTube channel, Stonah from the Town. Instagram, Stonah from the Town. I'm trying to get my old Instagram back, but I don't know.
We couldn't get your old YouTube back. Remember we were trying to get your old YouTube back? We had to.
I got my YouTube back. We were trying to get my Instagram back.
No, you had another YouTube channel because the girl from your hood had the password and then she didn't want to give it up. So we had to create a whole nother YouTube
He was
channel
hitting
for
the
you.
homegirl, she got mad.
Yeah.
Nah, remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But shit, that YouTube channel wasn't doing shit anyway. That
Nah,
shit was
yeah.
like a regular one. So the one I got now, that's my actual YouTube channel. But my old Instagram, somebody hacked that shit. So they can still. I faked them out because they had their name as Stonah from the Town at first, and then I changed my name on my Instagram to Mr. Top Shotter. So I was telling everybody on my Instagram, on my YouTube to go to Mr. Top Shotter. So they changed their shit to Mr. Top Shotter. So I changed my shit back to Stonah from the Town.
Oh, that was I forgot about some of your music. You got some bangers. You have some bangers, but you haven't done no music in a minute.
Oh, I'm working on it though right now. I told you, I'm doing a paid internship at a music studio. So it's like shit, I get free music. Free studio time and shit. Free mixing and mastering, free music videos, all that shit. So
Okay.
I already did like 5 songs.
Cause you had that song "Top Shotter" with the homie Mr. Get Off Me.
Yeah, ears and shit.
Ears, yeah, ears. That's a banger. And then I love that Josephine. Yeah, that one's a banger. All right,
Yeah.
maybe you and Munchie can get something in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm about that.
Yeah, cause Stonah got some bars for real.
Yeah, F Street.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, give us your handles, Munch, so we can get up out of here.
Man, everybody follow my subscribe to my YouTube channel, Richard Hart _TV, and then hit me on Instagram, MB _the mayor, or the Richard Hart podcast Instagram, Richard Hart podcast. You know what I'm saying? Tap in on tap out.
Alex Alonso 101 on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We're on Spotify, iHeart, and Apple. Please leave us a rating and review. Ask us a question, and we will certainly address your question or statement on the next episode of Straight Politicking. And we out.